Thank you for choosing FieldCraft, the cybersecurity awareness training platform from FieldCraft. In this video, I want to provide a quick demonstration of the FieldCraft admin portal and onboarding process. Once you purchase your FieldCraft subscription, you'll be sent a link to access this training portal. And from here, the firm's admin can assign training or human risk assessment tests as needed throughout the firm. Once you have your training scheduled and automated, you'll be able to see that information and track along in the calendar to the right. And below that, you'll see links to the latest training programs and risk assessments. To get started, you can click on Create Training Program here. And that's going to bring us to our training setup process. So at the top, we can go ahead and give it a name. And then below, we can choose, we can make our own custom training program. So if we click on this, we'll have access to all the different videos that are available throughout the program, and we can assign them as needed. Or we can choose from the pre-made training programs below. For this, we'll go ahead and choose from the pre-made below. And once we click that, it's going to show us the different subjects and test videos that will be within this training. From here, we can even choose to add more subjects if we would like to add more to this particular template, or we can accept it as is and click continue. Here we want to select employees for this training program, and since we're just getting started, we don't have our employees uploaded yet, so we're going to need to create a new list. And you can create as many lists as you want, for instance, traders, human resources, executives, however you want to divide that up. For this, we will just do executives. And then we're going to go through and add email addresses and names. You can do that one by one, or you can switch to import mode and drag a CSV file in. And the CSV file is, again, just simply emails and names down a list. So we'll put in a test, we'll test employee here. And that test employee is going to be added to the executives list. We're going to confirm that. So now we have a list of executives that contains one employee that will get this training. Here we can decide if we want to schedule delivery, or excuse me, how we want to schedule delivery. We can send everything at once and let the employee work through it at their own pace. Or we can schedule delivery, say give them 3 subjects per week and deliver that on Monday at a certain time. Or if we want to send a custom email on our own, we can actually download the sign-in links for each employee and include that in a custom email if we want to send it out that way. We can also select to add reminders if we want to automatically remind employees to catch up with training if they fall behind. We can set those reminders here to automate that process. We can also choose to add an introductory message. So if you wanted to add something custom to your employees, this is where you could do it just to let them know why they're receiving this training or to set expectations about how they're to go through this training. Click continue, and then you'll finalize your training. You just confirm everything that you selected and click create, and everything will go out about that training. You can come back into the training here and click open. And once you have employees go through this training, you will be able to track their progress here and print reports up at the top. So if you have specific compliance reports that you need to print, you can print those here at the top. So now that we've got a training program, we can also, in a similar way, go to the assessments. You'll get a very similar setup. You can choose general assessments. You can choose custom if you want to add your own. Here, we'll just take flexible working. It's going to have 2 questions and 2 behaviors that we're going to test for within that employee. With this particular one, it's not giving us this option, but for instance, when we do phishing training, it'll ask us to personalize it so that we can better, quote, fool the employee. So for instance, we could add the custom domain of our firm or an HR at tradecraft.com, email address that may be familiar to the employees. So some options will have personalization here. Again, you just want to select employees. We've already got that executive list created from the other training, so we will give them the same training here. Same thing, we can choose to schedule delivery over certain dates, or we can send everything now. Again, if we want to set reminders, we could do so here at this option. And we'll check out the final summary before we create. And we're going to assign a name, which I should have done at the beginning, but it's reminding me now. Again, it's just that simple. We've assigned a training program and an assessment to a group of employees. So super easy to get set up and to get going. Again, as your employees go along, you can follow along here at the dashboard to see how well they're doing in the training, how far they're going, and so on and so forth. So hope that little video is helpful. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're glad to do a quick screen share and help you through any issues you may be having.